This is the roughest real estate Kenya has to offer. Here, we are exploring the legendary prisons of the country, each with its own charm. If your idea of charm involves overcrowded cells, concrete beds, and temperatures that test your sanity, imagine a home with more baboons than beds, and a sanitation situation that makes rush hour traffic look spacious. So hold on to your soap, literally, because you are about to enter Kenya's most notorious institutions, where doing time really means doing time. Manyani Maximum Prison. Welcome to Manyani Maximum Security Prison, where comfort isn't even an afterthought, and the neighborhood has a baboon problem. Named after the large baboon population that roams freely around the area, Manyani might make you wonder if the baboons are also serving sentences too. Originally built to house freedom fighters during the colonial times, this prison has a long dark history and continues to house Kenya's most serious offenders in conditions that would make anyone rethink their life choices. Beds? Not a chance. Inmates here stretch out on the hard and forgiving floor, packed in tightly with only the rocky terrain of Tsavo National Park as their view. Set in this remote, scorching area, it's as if Manyani itself was designed to be its own form of punishment. With temperatures that make the concrete floor even less inviting and resources that run thinner than patience on a hot day, this prison is as tough as they come. Life here is as rough as the dusty paths outside, where the baboons might be the only ones who enjoy their freedom. Shimola Tewa. Shimola Tewa prison in Kenya is a classic case of packed to the rafters. Designed to house 1,200 inmates, it somehow manages to squeeze over 4,000 inmates. With space at a premium, wardens have to remove beds entirely, leaving inmates to sleep on the hard, bare ground, shoulder to shoulder, in the congested cells. Showers, well, if you are lucky. With only a few facilities available, many prisoners resort to rinsing off under the open sky, using jugs, buckets, or anything that can hold a bit of water. It's an overcrowded, gritty reality, where survival often means making do with the barest of necessity and hoping you can find just a little patch of space for yourself. Nairobi Industrial Area Remand Prison. Nairobi Industrial Area Remand Prison is not exactly the place you'd want to hang out around. It's Kenya's most bustling remand center, with a revolving door of detainees constantly pouring in and out. The overcrowding is so intense that personal space is just a myth in here. Picture this: detainees packed tightly together than rush hour commuters, with beds so scarce that some folks have to master the art of napping on the floor or anywhere they can squeeze in. Sanitation? Let's just say the facility has seen better days. If the cramped cells do not get you, the questionable hygiene might. This remand center is notorious for its high turnover and poor conditions, making it both a critical pit stop in Kenya's legal system and a place people hope to never see again. So while everyone else is waiting for justice, in here, they're just waiting for some breathing room. Kamiti Maximum Prison. Welcome to Kamiti Maximum Security Prison, Nairobi's infamous Hotel Hell. This place is reserved for Kenya's most high-profile and hardened criminals. Think life sentences, death row, and every serious charge in the book. Kamiti doesn't just house bad guys, it's like a clubhouse for the country's elite wrongdoers. And no, it's not as glamorous as it sounds. Conditions? Overcrowded doesn't even begin to cover it. At Kamiti, they've perfected the art of cramming as many people into little spaces as possible, with poor sanitation making every corner a bit of an adventure, just one you'd rather skip. As for violence and security, let's just say this place is interactive. With reports of gang activity and human rights issues a mile long, Kamiti is the sort of place where survival of the fittest is the name of the game. This prison is infamous for more than just its residents. It's also well known for its renovation challenged facilities. So the next time you're complaining about the cramped seats on your budget flight, just remember, there's a place where folks are really squeezed in, and unlike Kamiti, at least you get to live at the end of your trip. Kodiaga Prison, Kisumu. Welcome to Kodiaga Prison, where comfort takes a holiday. The conditions here are so harsh, you'd think they are trying to discourage people from coming back. Overcrowding is the name of the game, with cells so packed that personal space is reserved only for the ghost of former inmates. If you're lucky, you might even get a bed, but don't get your hopes up. Now, Kodiaga isn't just famous for cramped conditions, it also has a little something extra to keep things interesting. Diseases like cholera, making sure your stomachs are never at ease. The place is practically a breeding ground for illnesses, so you're not just worried about prison politics. You're wondering if your next cough will turn into a new viral outbreak. Oh, and speaking of interesting, let's not forget the infamous serial killer who met his own gruesome end within these very walls. Yup, no escape for him either. Just a little reminder that things in Kodiaga are really as rough as they sound. With limited access to rehabilitation programs and healthcare that is about as reliable as your Wi-Fi during a storm, Kodiaga isn't a place for the faint-hearted. It's infamous, yes, but it doesn't quite get the limelight it deserves. But trust me, after a day in Kodiaga, you'll be praying for the luxury of your local overcrowded prison, or even the uncomfortable snag of Kamiti. Anyway, that's it for Kenya's toughest prisons. Click on the subscribe button and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.